Hey there, it's Rich with Newbie Prepping, and oh my goodness, if there wasn't a reason to start prepping before, there sure is now. So whether you're a newbie prepper or if you're an experienced prepper that's looking for a fresh take on things, then maybe this video is for you. Today we're going to be talking about bivvy bags and even one-person tents. You might have seen it on the thumbnail already, but who cares? Let's just get into talking about them right now. Let's start with the small emergency bivvy. So you might have seen these before. They are available in 2 packs on Amazon. They are very cheap, but I'll tell you what, they are green and they have a reflective inside to them, so they will keep the heat in. This though, I mean, do not think that it's anything more than just an absolute emergency item. You're not going to be wanting to spend many nights, night after night in one of these, because even if you can fit in them, there is a very strong possibility that they're going to tear or rip and just be destroyed after a few goes. It is literally just meant to be for an emergency, maybe for 1, maybe 2 nights while you're waiting to be rescued somewhere or something. But I wanted to mention this because they are very prevalent on Amazon. They are good to have. I'm not saying they're terrible or anything, but you're going to want one that's a little bit better. So this is the Mountain Warehouse Bivvy Bag that I got from Amazon. It's around £30, claims to be waterproof. And you know what? I know someone who can substantiate that claim. A friend of mine actually directed me towards one of these, and he is a hiker that goes up mountains and stays the night on a mountain, and he said that he and his group literally just survived on these things. They had separate waterproof bags for their kit, and they just slept within the bivvy bag itself along with a sleeping bag. I've used this before and it has kept me dry, but it doesn't really contribute to the warmth. And the problem is I can't attest to this being an extremely heavy rainfall. Even though it did rain on the few nights that I did use this, I did have cover above me, so even though the material is capable of repelling water, I'm not sure how it would fare against direct heavy rain on it. And with that, let's move on to the next item. This rolled up piece of DPM camo stuff here is a Goretex Bivvy Bag. This particular one is big enough to hold yourself and hold all of your equipment in as well. There's no poles for anything like that. It is literally just a bivvy bag that would just encompass you. And this is made of Gore-Tex. And if you don't know what Gore-Tex is, it's extremely resistant to water, repels water. Not only is it camouflaged, so it will help you blend in, but because it is still a bivvy bag, you could literally just shove it into any corner or underneath a bush somewhere and then just pull the drawstring and you'd just be completely uncovered in the most waterproof item that you can get pretty much anywhere, pretty much. Obviously going beyond having a literal roof above your head. This thing was £50, which you might think is a bit pricey, but this is the sort of thing that I would suggest to a person if they, even if they're a newbie, if they are committed to doing prepping or even committed to doing bushcraft and wild camping and stuff. I would go for this because the other things are fine, the other items are fine, but they're only fine if maybe you want to go out like a night in the summer or something like that, whereas this will keep you dry all year round. So it's good to go for the best option straight away. And £50, it's better than £100, which some other things can get up to. So I would really recommend getting a Goretex Bivvy like this one. But we are going to now graduate up to the one-person tent. But before I bring it out, I want to talk about the Snugpak Ionosphere. It's a bivvy bag that's got poles in it and it can be nailed into the ground. My needs for a bivvy bag have been fulfilled by this Goretex bivvy bag, so I didn't really feel like I needed it. And I figured if I was going to have something that has poles in it, then I'd rather go for like a one-man tent. Because if it's going to have poles in it, then I want to be able to have my equipment inside of it, and I want it to be big enough to be like a proper shelter rather than just be me stuffed into a bag. And that is where the Snugpak Ionosphere comes in. This is a one-person tent, but it is still very compact, very low to the ground, so it's nice and stealthy. No Power Ranger colours. This one's olive green, but you can get DPM as well. It's still got enough space on the inside to fit your equipment in as well as yourself, and room enough just to get nice and comfy and let you have the nice feeling of having a shelter above you rather than just being stuffed into a bag. You are actually in a tent in a shelter. Here it is without the rain fly on, just in case you happen to be out in the summer and you don't need it on. You could sleep out under the stars. Okay, so here we have it with the rain fly on. I'm going to go around here and show you that it comes with pegs, and the pegs do indeed staple down the rain fly all around the tent, just to make sure that if any rain fell, it wouldn't fall onto the mesh on the inside and get that wet. So as you can see, the rainfly does its job rather nicely. And here I am inside the tent as well. There's loads of room in here. There would definitely be enough room to fit all of your gear in here as well. And I'm stretching my arm all the way up here. I am 6'4", so, or 6'3", one of those two. And I have tons of space. I've only got my feet hanging out the other side here, just because I don't want to get the whole thing messy. As demonstrated right here. And as you can see, there's still loads of space up at this end as well. There's not many one-man tents that are this small and this light, where you could just literally attach it to your bag. A lot of them run very heavily, but this one, I swear, it's basically nothing. It's basically nothing, and yet it's super solid, and it's got a lot of space in it, and it's just something that I would recommend if you don't want the feeling of being stuffed into a bag, like with a bivvy bag, then you're going to want a one-person tent that's nice and low down to the ground and stealthy if you're going to be a prepper, because you want to be out of the way. And you'd be hard-pressed to find anything better than the Snugpak Ionosphere for that mission, essentially. Alrighty, so those are my recommendations for bivvy bags and a one-person tent. This sort of sleeping system would be perfect if you're not really a fan of hammock camping. If you would prefer to go real stealthy, like I said before, you could just stuff one of these bivvy bags into a bush and essentially just become part of the bushes. Or if you like the feeling of having a shelter above you, then the Snugpak Ionosphere would be perfect for that. Alrighty, so let me know what you think of these in the comments. That would be fantastic. I would love to read them. Alrighty, so that's been What a Piece of Kit. And so, why don't you let me know which one of these items is an awesome piece of kit? And of course, if you could tell me which one of them is just an absolute load of shit.